Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh, and first of all, I want to say I hope everybody had a really great Christmas and happy holidays to every one of you. I'm out here filming this the day after Christmas, and in today's video, we are going to be testing the brand new Elemental Industries Snapdragon rimfire action. Now, this is a Remington 700 clone, and yes, this is a premium action from Elemental Industries. This is a 2-lug 90 degree, so you're going to hear me compare this a lot to the rimx. This is not built off the rimx. The bolt and all that stuff are very, very different, and we'll get into those details. But the first thing we need to do is shoot this thing. Now, it is North Carolina. Like 2 days ago, it was 70 degrees and beautiful. On Christmas, it was beautiful. Today, it is overcast, cloudy, and the wind has been picking up on and off. So we are not going to shoot groups today. We're going to save that for a better day where it's more fair to you guys so you can actually see what you would be getting. So with that being said, again, we are going to test this. We're going to shoot this on targets out to 150 yards. You guys are going to see that through the trigger cam here. So you guys are getting an unfiltered look at this action. I'm going to be telling you about how it feels. If I think there are shortcomings where I think it's really nice, but yeah, without further ado, let's get to shooting this thing. All right, so we have our trigger cam fired up, and this is basically roughly zeroed. And again, you know, this isn't an ammo test, so I brought literally one kind of ammunition, a random lot of Ely match, and that's what we're gonna shoot, good, bad, or indifferent. So first things first, let's go ahead and shoot at this 50-yard KYL. We're gonna see how we can do, if we can pick up some hits and misses here. And then I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about this. And you guys are going to see me working this. So 90 degrees, you're seeing that right there. DLC coated is very, very smooth. Bolt lift, very easy. And this being DLC, it is going to get better as it goes for sure. See the ejection, extraction, everything working as it should. Have no complaints there. I'm going to come in a little bit. The image always gets worse for you guys when I do that, but I need to see the target. Okay, and 1/4 inch. So absolutely no problem, practical accuracy wise. Again, we will test this further. You know, I know you guys want to see the groups. But if you're looking at it from just this perspective, oh, that was just off the right edge. I think we're out. Okay, so I want to get into some more of the details. We can see the shoots. Again, this is very, very smooth. So again, I'm going to relate this to the rimx because I think it's what you guys are familiar with. The rimx has a fixed extractor. You guys know that there are gunsmiths out there, Kenny, Jonathan Elrod at MCR. They kind of improve that design so that you can close on an empty. As on the rimx, you can't do this. You cannot put a round in the chamber and then close the bolt on that because you will break that fixed extractor. With this, it is not a problem, and it's slightly different than the other. So let me pull this bolt and show you guys up close. All right, so there you can see we have that 2-lug, but you can see our extractors there are not fixed, and they're really cool. So you can see those are definitely unique. This is not a copy of what's already been done. Overall, the entire construction, the machining on this looks really, really, really good. I have zero complaints about this bolt. And again, it's slick now. I would say it's not as slick as, say, my Vudoo or, you know, my rimx with thousands of rounds on it. But I would be very surprised if this does not get slicker as we go. And we're going to go to a prop here because it has some more features. But I think let's go ahead and dial up, style about 1.6 for this. We're going to shoot at 100 yards here. And we're going to see what we can do out there. We will throw some on the plate just to make sure we're good. And if you guys are wondering, this is a Zerotech Trace Advanced. Now, I've had one of these on the channel before. You're, of course, looking through it now. Has all the same great features, and that's going to be out of focus because I just changed the parallax. Push button illumination. We'll get this going brighter and brighter. So push button illumination on this. This just has that new reticle. And so you guys are looking at that reticle there at 100 yards. We're going to aim for that impact there. We're going to make sure we're close. Let's aim right at it. Okay, we were a hair right. We'll work with that. It's going to change because of windage as we go. Let's see if we can keep this in the same wind. Let's see. 100 yards. Oh, I nicked it. I'm counting it at 100. Quarter inch. I think we were here right. Ooh, KYL. 1/4 inch at 100. And we are just beating it up. That is so fun. Oh, just off left exactly where I held. Back on it. Doesn't take a lot at 1/4 inch at 100. Back on it, dead hold. Oh, I couldn't see. I think we're out. Okay, so let's get to the prop because I do want to show you guys the other features of this. Yes, the rifle can shoot. You can see I'm playing with different things. Don't get weirded out. Some of you guys who watch the channel a lot are gonna see me doing this. I'm like pushing the bolt like this. I don't know why, but on a 90-degree like this, where I have the scope and I have this big old freaking trigger cam, I tend to kind of push the bolt forward with my thumb and finger and then close it. That looks a little different than when you're seeing me shoot like a 70 or something without it, because without this, I would just be grabbing it. And you can still 100% do that, but I don't know why, I just feel more comfortable doing this. Like, I just feel like it's, I don't know, fancier or something. But if you're seeing me do that, there's no reason. I'll switch back to the other way so you can see that too. But I just didn't want you guys to pick up on that, you OG guys out there, and be like, man, he's loading that thing differently. I wonder if there's a reason. No, there's not. It's because of the dang 90-degree action and this honking freaking trigger cam in my way. All right, so we're here on the prop. We're gonna shoot at that 50-yard KYL again off the prop, but there was a feature that I wanted to show you guys. Now, for you guys with really slick 700 actions, you guys have probably experienced this before. Would help if I grabbed the magazine with ammo in it. But you know, you've loaded your magazine, you've come up to a prop and you've thrown your gun down, and the bolt, or you know, the bolt body has slid forward and it kind of like pops around like halfway kind of in or out. And sometimes it doesn't go quite to plan. Let me go ahead and shoot this since we've already got it there. I'm actually going to shoot at that target right there, see how close we are. So this action has a small detent and spring, and you can get a light or a heavy, and you can kind of get it whichever way you want. But what it does is it keeps the bolt from going home. So here I'm holding the rifle up. It's not going right, but as soon as I touch it, it's going to release and drop. So it's enough tension to where it maintains positive control of the bolt. So when you're coming in and out of props or you're moving the rifle around, the bolt's not going to slide forward and half strip a round out of the magazine, potentially jam you up. That's going to hold it there until you go ahead and move it. And it doesn't feel any different. Like when I'm racking around in, like it doesn't feel notchy. See how far I can eject these things. Ejection's pretty good. Yeah, it's hitting the table over there, which is pretty dang good. All right, 150 yards. Let's see here. I'm gonna back off a little bit because I don't know how it's gonna look through the camera. We'll bring it in back a little bit. 150 yards. We don't have a level. The targets are supremely shot up. Let's just try and send one. It's a little left or right. Okay, we hit that guy. Okay, that one I held more straight. Let me get more wind. Oh no, I see it. I think it's too high. I think it's the other direction. Okay, we hit it there. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we can see this together. On the bottom left of that plate, there's an impact. Oh, just below it. Okay, we can see that. Let's put another one. Okay, I didn't see that one. You guys probably did on the trigger cam. I think it's a little low. Pretty much straight up. Let's go here. Rock that guy. You can see there's a limb that fell out. Now let's go after the real tough guys. Nailed it. And are we out? All right, I'm grabbing a single one. One round, single feed. We're going after that small guy. Of course, the wind's going to freaking change on me. Wind's picking up right to left. Oh, and got it. That's pretty good. Let's shoot a group. And I'm just coming up with excuses to keep shooting this, honestly. I think you guys have probably picked that up. But if you're still watching this, then you're probably interested in this anyway. But we're going to shoot a group, you know, on steel at 100 yards. 5-shot group. We'll kind of dial off of what's there. We're going to use something as a reference, and we're just going to see what this does. All right, I don't want you guys to think there's some tomfoolery. I was trying to shoot a group, and that's a group at 100 yards right there that my reticle's hovering around. But the first one I basically dialed right into an existing group. So I didn't want to have that, you know, kind of influencing what we saw. So we're going to go, that's a pretty clean target. We're going to dial back down, and let's shoot at that guy. And we'll just aim straight up on him in the center. See what kind of group we can do. Okay, basically center high. Okay, right next to it. Rocking the boat a little bit. Come on, buddy. Okay, wind's picked up a little bit. I can feel it on me right to left. Getting the wobblies there for a second. Let it settle down. Pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't complain about that at all. A little right to left, that's what we're seeing. And just absolutely smoking these. Okay, we're going to come in a little bit 90-ish yards. Hold under. Smoked them a little left. Come in to about 80 yards. It's an egg target there. And we need more ammo. All right, those are the only two targets that aren't hit on the range. Those are typically going to be about 1 mil. So we'll dial back for these. I just couldn't leave them. Hit. And we have a piano key. Hit. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, if you've been looking on the market and you've seen these, the new Snapdragon action come out from Element Industries, and you were wondering if it is worth a dang, then yes, it is worth a dang. Is it something you want over another action? Well, you still need to do your research. Groups and more information coming on this, again, as we shoot this more. This is a preliminary look, and so far, I haven't had any issues. I don't really have any complaints. I like the feel of the action. I can literally feel it getting smoother as I've been shooting this. This maybe has 150 rounds on it, most of them out here today with you guys. So, you know, I think it'll get even smoother than what it is now. I don't have any complaints about how really smooth it is currently, but I do think it's gonna get a little bit better because my 360 and rimx, as I said, with thousands of rounds, are a little bit slicker. But you can see, I mean, this thing is good. I mean, if you are looking for something, an alternative, you know, you're gonna have to use rimx style magazines with this. It's really the only rimx thing that you're gonna need. But if you own rimx, you're looking for something else, then yeah, I would definitely take a look at these. You know, I will already have posted up the barrel specs and things like that. I actually don't even know. I didn't even ask those questions. I literally just wanted to get this and shoot this because it is a new action in the market. I know a lot of you guys are looking for information. So again, look forward to follow-ups. We will group test this like we do every rifle. We will eventually go out there and I will paint the 150-yard targets. We will shoot groups at 150, I promise. I'm sorry that we haven't been including that, but it is deer season, hunting season. I have neighbors who hunt. They're off a couple 100 yards, you know, and over a hill, but I try not to ride my four-wheeler and stuff through that, even though it is my property. I try not to ride back there because, you know, I'm not a hunter. You know, I've hunted many years, but if I'm a hunter, you know, do I want people riding around, throwing scent, doing a bunch of crazy stuff while I'm out hunting, you know, on something that I've worked hard for? No. So I try and be respectful, but that is the reason, you know, excuse or not, that's why they're not painted. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one.